Hey, what's up guys? It's Thrashing Carts. I'm Chris.
I'm Jess.
And welcome to today's video, which is...
How college is different from high school. Believe you me, it is a whole fucking...
world.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing how different college is from high school.
So when you're in high school, you're there for 4 years, freshman year, sophomore, junior, and senior year, and you graduate.
Usually,
and
if you skip a year, if you get
yeah.
held back.
Or if you just drop out in general. But high school is just like this pettiness of rules and regulations and...
I'd say suppression. Like, you are really suppressed in high school.
Yeah, and you have no control over whatever you do. The people are completely different there. There's groups of cliques, and it's just like this totally different environment.
Because in high school you have to realize everyone is still a teenager basically, and they don't really understand what their priorities are yet. Like they may know what their priorities are, but in all likelihood they don't. You're just constantly being judged in high school by everybody, even the teachers in most cases, because our teachers were really fucking judgy. Again, college is a completely different world altogether.
So college, you graduate high school, do all your applications, and you get accepted to whatever schools you apply to. My experience with school in general is I hate it, honestly. I'm not a school person. I do really well. You know, I'm smart, not to like brag or be conceited, whatever. Yes, I'm kind of a nerd, I guess you could say.
You are a nerd.
Because I'm intelligent. So I got accepted to school. I'm a photo major, communications media. Freshman year started and I was so nervous. It's just a whole different world. It's like literally you're on your own. I left my house and I went to school. I'm like, what am I even doing? Where do I go? I mean, you tour the school and everything like over the summer prior to your first day, but you're by yourself, you know no one, and you just walk into all these different buildings, get to your class, yada yada. You go through the process of taking, usually they recommend 5 classes because that way you can graduate on time, which is 4 years. I'm only going to school for 4 years and then I'm out. So right now I'm a sophomore, and like Jess said, it's a whole nother world in college. People are more friendly, more accepting. You're on your own. You follow your own rules. You do your own work. You're on your own for everything. You're expected to do your own work. You know, your teachers aren't like, okay, you have to do this by this day. You get a syllabus the first day of your class, and that literally tells you everything for the semester.
Yeah, legit, I saw a meme, and it's like going into college and asking your professor how they are, and they say it's on the syllabus. Like, that's pretty legit. That's pretty legit.
Yeah, that's accurate. So yeah, you know, just get homework still. You know, there's less rules. You're not so like attacked by people. It's just like a whole different place. It's way better than high school. You're not dealing with drama and preppy little people, even though I'm preppy. You're not bullied or attacked. But yeah, so what about your experience, Jess?
Well, unlike Chris, I waited a year after graduating high school to go to college because, like, you know, crippling depression, it's really fun. And I also went to a community college my first year of college, whereas Chris went right to a state school. And it is extremely intimidating at first because it's a completely different experience. It's just incredibly different from high school because you have all these freedoms. Like, you're expected to do the work, but any consequences you face are your own. Like, your professors aren't going to hound you like, where's this assignment, where's this assignment? Like, they might say something to you about it, but in the end, it's your responsibility. Like, you're expected to be an adult, but you also have your own freedom to, like, come and go as you please. Like, okay, orientation day, I was, like, floored because, like, someone raised their hand to go to the bathroom, and the professor was like, you know, you don't have to ask to go to the bathroom. I was just like, what? Karen, are you sure? Because, like... And that's not the other thing. Like, professors prefer that you call them by their name. I was like, what?
I know, they're really cool about it.
What? Is college even real? Like, oh, and another thing, you gotta pay for college, unlike high school. So you have to fill out, like, FAFSA and financial aid, and it's...
which sucks.
So much fun.
Student loans?
Yeah.
Lots of money. So be prepared for that.
Community college is obviously a lot cheaper than state schools, so I mean that's kind of why I started trying to take my prereqs as a psychology major at a community college, and that was fun. I mean, it still sucks because it's a lot of money either way, like it's still in the thousands category, but it is cheaper, it's a start. I wouldn't say community college is easy because you're taking college level courses either way, like no matter where you go.
Yeah, no matter where you go, it's the same stuff.
It is different because you just see such of diversity in people and personalities, and there really is no bullying. There aren't any cliques. Like, you see groups of friends, but I think the clickiest thing I ever saw was like a bunch of people playing Dungeons and Dragons. The student lounge is a magical place, let me tell you. There are people like playing ping pong, playing Dungeons and Dragons, napping, like sorting out fruits. I have seen that. Playing instruments, playing their stereos. The campus was gorgeous. Oh my god. That's another thing. Because, like, whereas high school is typically just this one singular building, college campuses are multiple buildings, usually. I don't know about all campuses. I think
Most
maybe
of them.
some are, like, single building.
Probably more community colleges are usually one building.
The campus for MCC has, I think, 6 different buildings, and I only had classes in 3 of them, so that was fine with me. So it's very easy to get lost, especially because the buildings look very similar, so you want to, like, keep that in mind. But the cool thing is, a lot of colleges actually have an app, like MCC has an app, so it came with a map, and I'm like, oh, Henderson Hall was over there, okay. North Academic, here I come. And it actually makes it a lot easier, because you can actually set your schedule on your calendar so you know when all of your classes are, and it just makes life so much easier. Oh my god, did you ever have to take, like, Blackboard? Did you ever have to
Oh, we have Blackboard, yeah. I have to use that all the time.
I fucking hate Blackboard.
It sucks. It crashes 90% of the time.
I know,
for us.
and, like,
It's a mess.
I know, like, I had to use it for psychology, and it was, oh my fucking god, I don't even want to think about it.
To explain what Blackboard is, usually when you go to college, there's this website where all your professors upload your grades and all their information, your syllabus, course documents, whatever, so that way you can find everything right there. But this particular company or website called Blackboard, which most universities and, you know, colleges use, whatever,
High schools are starting to use them too.
it's a mess. It crashes. Every person I've talked to pretty much says they hate it. It's just, it's unorganized. It's awful. It's good because you can see your grades if your professor uploads them,
Yeah.
which most of them don't.
Because that's the thing, like, professors do take their sweet-ass time with grading your papers. I mean, granted that they do have other classes and they do have a life outside of teaching, but it takes forever. One time I had to wait over a month to get a paper back. I was just like,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, okay. But I did well on it, so I mean, I guess it's okay. And if you thought parking at high school is bad, sweetie, you are in for a world of pain. Because college parking is just fucking outrageous. It's honestly mind-numbing how terrible it fucking is. Especially if you go in like 5 minutes before your class is supposed to start, which is a really, really bad idea, by the way. I don't know how your university is like,
It's
but
a mess.
I mean, my campus had several parking lots, always packed in the afternoon, so I would have to go like 45 minutes at least before my classes starts if I wanted to get a parking spot. Because it was brutal. Oh my god. Like, especially if I was running late, because most of the time during the week, because I had classes 4 times a week, they would start at 11, but that's when most students had classes, so there was no parking anywhere at 11. So I'd have to go around like 9:30 or 10 just to like ensure that I got a parking spot. And if I did wake up late, I'd have to ask my grandpa to drive me. Like, please, if you don't drive me, I'm gonna be late to class. And then professors fucking hate it when you're late to class, by the way. Like, they hate it so much. Unless they're like supremely laid back, and then it's okay. But I know all of my professors hated it whenever someone came in late. They don't appreciate tardiness of presents or assignments. But again, they're not gonna hound you for assignments, because like, that's on you. That's your responsibility. It's your fault if you do it or not. So like, they can't really be held accountable for that. How is your parking?
Parking at my school is just as bad. We have 4 commuter parking lots, and they're always packed. Like Jess said, she had to leave 45 minutes early to half an hour early. I do the same thing every day, because that way I'm guaranteed a spot. And like Jess said, if you get there 5 minutes before your class, yeah, you're not finding a space.
You're fucked. Like, you're fucked. There's no hope for you. You might as well just skip class altogether.
Yeah.
Just email your professor, be like, yeah, I was really sick today, I'm sorry. Could you just fill me in on what we did in class today? Yeah. And they'll be nicer to you about it if you actually, like, miss class than if you are, like, 5 minutes late. I remember in my first year experience class, it was at 9:30 in the morning on Mondays, which fucking brutal, oh my god. And every time someone was late to class, which was all the fucking time, she'd say, tardiness makes me so tight. And I was just like, that's really bad phrasing, but okay.
Oh my god.
I understand the point you're trying to make, but you should really take your wording into consideration. She didn't like it. Neither did we. It was was really awkward. But I mean, that's the other good thing. There's like a certain maturity about going to college. I mean, don't get me wrong, people do stupid shit all the time. Like, I'd be hanging out eating lunch in the cafeteria, and I'd hear like, Rob, suck my balls. Like, this happened on more than one occasion, mind you. This was not a one-time thing. I mean, shit like that happens because we're still young adults for the most part. I mean, I did get hit on by a 28-year-old.
People are there because they actually care. They want an education. They want to, be more knowledgeable so that they can have a career once they graduate.
Exactly.
So they care about that, but like just as we're still going to act immature.
Yeah,
just a little
like,
bit.
we're a little bit. That's cute. My friend actually proposed to me with a little tube of chapstick.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah. It wasn't a real proposal, obviously.
Yeah.
But we were fucking around, and she's like, this really cute guy gave me a tube of chapstick. I'm like, oh my god, he wants to marry you. He totally wants your D. And so she got down on one knee, and she's like, Jessica, will you marry me? It's like, yes.
So for all those good things, there are also things that are not so great about college. One thing that really irks me, and Jess, do you agree?
I do.
Okay. Is the whole policy thing with professors. I understand that they have their, their rules and what they expect from you, but we're paying them to teach us. So for example, say I don't want to go to class, or if I show up late, or if I leave early, they get aggravated by that. It's like, they don't really have the right to keep me in class or, say what I can do because I'm paying them to teach me. So it's on me. Everything's on me.
Not only that, but we're all over 18 in college.
Exactly.
I mean, unless you're in some kind of dual enrollment program.
Yeah, which you're in
But
high
even
school,
then,
yeah.
like, you're paying to be there. You're over 18 years old. Like, you really don't have any restrictions there. You're there on your time, on your money. So the professors really don't have any authority over you. So it really bothers me when they try to, like, act like my parents or whatever.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really irks me about college. But that's really it.
Oh, but I just thought of another good side about college. They'll usually let you out early. I mean, most of my professors, my psychology professor, acting, math. So that's like 3 out of my 5 classes I took. And we always got out early, like at least by 10 minutes, at least. And acting I was really disappointed about because that was my favorite class and I wanted to stay there for like the entire 80 minutes. But it's usually a good thing because like you cut it close. But it does suck if you have to do like an in-class assignment. Like in English, we used to have to do in-class essays all the time and a fucking blew because it was always about this boring shit. My English professor was so fucking boring, oh my god. I wanted to like scoop my eyes out with spoons, it was so bad. But other than that, I liked most of my professors. It was just English and math I couldn't really stand, honestly. Everyone else was cool.
Yeah, so far I've liked all of my professors. They've all been really good. Some of the classes might be boring. They might be a little bit boring. But overall, like we said, college is great. There's many great things and a few not so great things.
Like the thousands of dollars you have to pay.
Yeah, all the money you spend. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and learned about high school versus college.
Because it's a vastly different experience.
So be prepared to spend lots of money and learn lots of stuff.
But be prepared for the positivity because college is an overall much more positive atmosphere than high school.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. We put videos out every single Monday. So be on the lookout for us. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.